Let it be known how you feel about me. This a response video to Mr. Waffles' ego. I don't know how you say it, bruh. This OCT in this bitch. What up, YouTube? 2012. Happy New Year and all that. Now, I'm going to tell you what I thought about you. Actually, I ain't know at first, because, you know, I done went a couple ways with you. When I talk to motherfuckers on the phone, and if your name happen to come up, I talk shit. I always talk shit, especially if anybody's skeptical. Like back in the day, we used to call that the center of buzz. Like we could all be partying, drinking, smoking, and all that shit, but there's one motherfucker in the room that just look crazy as fuck right then and there. So that's the center of buzz, and everybody in the room get to blazing that motherfucker just on GP. Now, I ain't know if you was real or not, you know, because time tells that shit. You can be a fake-ass motherfucker and say some real shit all the time and be a hoe-ass motherfucker in real life. But when you get on that YouTube shit and you start running off at your motherfucking mouth, the bitch-assness is gonna come out. Everybody gonna get to see you because real recognize real. And it's a lot of motherfuckers who expose themselves on this bitch just by opening their motherfucking mouth, and the shit is beautiful. Keep talking, you sucker-ass niggas. Keep fucking talking. So I seen back when I first came on this bitch, the first real motherfucker I met was Blood. Then I seen this other motherfucker, this sports bitch. I ain't even gonna talk about that motherfucker right now. But I think you had got into it with him or something. And, you know, y'all was going back and forth for a minute. I think he called you a traitor or some shit. Now, I look at a motherfucker, how he handled himself in a debate, a beef, adversity, you going back and forth. That's why I like boxing so motherfucking much. It's just you and that motherfucker. And I get to see what your ass gonna do. So, I ain't really like how you handled getting back cool with the motherfucker. You know, I ain't really like your approach on how you came at that motherfucker. So, that was my first little flag on you, but it wasn't my business, so I ain't judge you on it. You feel me? See, you might be cool with one motherfucker, and you might be cool with a different motherfucker. I've been through that same shit. But sometimes you just, as a man, you gotta draw the line in the sand and say when enough is enough. Like, of course, we all men, but we don't really know each other as far as growing up in real life, so we don't agree on 100% of everything. You know, some motherfuckers like the old school boxers. Some motherfuckers like the new class or whatever. But just because you have a particular preference, that don't mean you ain't my nigga. That just mean we differ on this particular issue. But the thing is, sometimes certain shit a motherfucker take too far. He'll go too far to the left or too far to the right. And you gotta draw the line in the sand. You mentioned that Joe Clem thing. I was subbed to Joe Clem for a while. I was listening to his video, supporting this shit, seen him sparring in the ring. I had his full support. You see what I'm saying? But when he came on that other shit, that was the line for me. He crossed the line with me. So all the good shit, he could have been super nigger at that point. A big ass S in the N on his fucking chest. He could have been super nigger. All I'm saying is all that shit don't count no more when a motherfucker crossed the line. Once you cross that line, you gotta decide who the fuck you rolling with, who you with at that point. Now, I ain't saying you gotta choose and it's us or them, but technically it really is. If you want to stand on your own 2 feet and stand on your own ground, you're gonna have to make boundaries and set bars for yourself. Let me give you another example. The Brand Nubian, not Brand Nubian, that's a fucking group. The Wise Nubian dude. Now, I was sub to Wise Nubian because I'm a knowledge seeker. I look for shit in black motherfuckers and minority motherfuckers, you know how I'm cut. They got knowledge and they willing to share that shit, and I boomerang the shit back to them. That's who I like to fuck with, and you know the business. Now, I was curious about his channel. He was spitting some shit, but I was unaware. I ain't been on YouTube long as Blood. Blood had an argument with him probably before I even got on YouTube. I ain't know about that shit. Then I'm saying some other shit and all these motherfuckers pointing out all the shit he did. Now, him personally, to me, I ain't really kicking with him. He ain't really talk back and forth on my comments too much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really associate with him like that. But I ain't know he had fucked up. At that point, I had a line to draw. Damn. Should I fuck with who I been fucking with? Because these is real motherfuckers or who I was fucking with that I'm not sure about. And my people ain't giving me a good review on this nigga. So, unfortunately for him, I'm pretty sure he don't give a fuck. But I had to unsubscribe at that point. It's a certain line that you draw. Before I draw that line, I try to reach out. I try to reach out and give a motherfucker a different perspective on how to look at his faults. If you make a great video and you say a whole bunch of great shit, but it was a little piece of that motherfucker that you was fault, if it's no big deal, I just try to correct you on the fault that you made in that video. The rest of the shit was great, but this right here, I ain't too sure about. If it's crucial, I'll private you. I ain't gonna put you on blast. Like, it's not about putting somebody on blast. It's about having them recognize different ways to look at shit. It's more than different ways to look at shit. So that's how I do it. You know, everybody do it different. I'm just giving you food for thought. Now, as far as anything personal, I don't really have nothing personal to say about another man. Like how a man look or how a man dress, how a man talk. Because I'm a man and I look at women. You know, I got a woman and shit. I'm damn near married. But, you know, I'm attracted to women. So I don't really pay attention to how a man comes off like that. But I'm going to tell you, dog, if it was one thing that I could think that I ain't like about your motherfucking ass, it got to be the new name, dog. I'd rather call you J. Dill than Mr. Waffles. I don't feel comfortable calling a grown-ass man Waffles. And I'm fucking with you now because it's funny. I just can't call you Waffles like that. But I'm going to call you whatever you title yourself to be. I still respect you, so honestly, I ain't got no problems with you. Now, sometimes I don't know what bag you jumping out of. And that last video you did to be Jeezy, and then the reply video, it gives me clarity on some of the question marks I might have had about you. Because I didn't unsubscribe to you about 3 times on both of your channels. Like, all right, he cool. Oh, I don't know about this nigga. Let me unsub, man, fuck this. No, he's straight. I talk to the peoples and shit. He's straight, man. He just, you know. And then I sub back and all that. I ain't no flip-flop nigga, but I'm trying to put a finger on who I fuck with. And if I can't pinpoint you, you know, if I get to juggling you and shit and thinking, is he cool, is he ain't cool, is he, then I might just not fuck with you at all at that point. No disrespect, but that's where I was at. Now, me and you have conversations. We PM each other back and forth on some shit. All that shit be real. I don't never come off on some sideways shit in public and then behind the scenes I'm on some other shit. Some of that shit just a private matter, so it ain't nobody business. But I still hold true. I still stand on my own 2 feet with what the fuck I be talking about. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't no wishy-washy type of motherfucker. You was talking about, you broke down about your childhood in that last video. And you know, like I said, that gave me clarity based on, I was thinking you was slow. Now, there ain't no disrespect, but I was thinking you wasn't all there. It's another motherfucker I think ain't all here. He ain't really cool with us and shit, but I don't think that I think he gone. But I ain't know if you was all, I ain't know what it was. You know, you have, you wasn't real masculine. You was kind of soft-spoken, and I don't really hang around dudes like that in real life. But, you know, you a nigga and you do what you do, and, you know, you from the Chi. Much love, much respect to my niggas in the Chi. You see? But you act different than the motherfuckers I know in the Chi. I know everybody different, but I'm trying to read you. I'm trying to understand you at that point. So now I know what you done been through. I can I'ma sub back to you. I'ma put it like that. I'ma sub back to you. And shit, I apologize for unsubbing because I ain't know. But yeah, I thought you was slow. And then you confirmed the shit. But you had to look at that. You might have been slowed in. It might have been on alphabets. It might have been your speech. It might have been anything. When I was little, I had a stuttering problem. Every now and then, I get pissed off. I get to stuttering right now. I might get to stuttering in this video. But you see what I'm saying? You can bypass that, and you did that already. But you have to analyze, you might be a little slower than everybody is right now still. So if you got some catching up to do, instead of throwing my nigga to the wayside, nigga, I'll bring you in with that knowledge. I think everybody that got a problem with your ass should hit your motherfucking ass with a video right upside your motherfucking forehead. That's just like I said in the comment. They should hit your ass with it because that's going to make you stronger. And I ain't trying to break you. If I was trying to break you, I wouldn't even try to make a video. I wouldn't even waste my fucking breath, believe me. So this out of love. Might be tough love, it might sound funny, but that's just coming from me. I can't really express nothing no softer than this to another nigga, so it is what it is. But I wish you the best and good shit. I'm glad you and BGZ and whoever else you got a problem with, squash the shit. If I did have a little issues about you and all the private jokes, I'ma stop the jokes right now. I'ma look at you as a real motherfucker, but from this point on, I'ma have to look at you like I'ma have to analyze your moves. I'ma have to analyze your moves, cause I mean, this is a tight circle. Niggas fuck with motherfuckers because we recognize the realness. So if somebody ain't real, you get eradicated like really fast, real quick. Cause ain't no room for mistakes, man. Ain't no room for trust, man. In the real life, hanging around with a motherfucker like that gets you killed. This just happened to be YouTube. It's a different thing, but the principle still stands firm. You feel me? Hell, I just wanted to make this quick vid, man, because I seen you was going through that. And I'm going to tell you, man, it take a real man to apologize like you did. It take a real man to put his personal shit on blast like you did. And that's what real niggas do. That's what real niggas do. I ain't saying we had to hear that shit, but I learned from the shit. It was very informative for me. And it was a moment of clarity I had with you to understand maybe some of your moves, or how you do things as a man. So I respect you. You got my support. And I think that's all it is to it. But, oh, nah, on some real shit, when you was dropping them videos with your girl, dog, I ain't like them bitches. I mean, it was cool, man, but damn, man, that shit didn't seem, man. I ain't think that was your girl, dog, man. That shit didn't seem real, man, but that was the shit I was talking. So if motherfuckers putting themselves on blast, that's what the fuck I said. I ain't think that was your bitch. I thought that was some fake ass shit. And if you was borderline gay, I thought you was lying. So that's some personal shit, but you put your bitch on front there. You know, it's like playing chess. You put your queen out there like that. I wouldn't put my bitch on the video, but that's just me. But if I was wrong, so what? I hope I was. And good shit, bruh. 2012. I'm be hitting motherfuckers with some videos and shit. Please believe me. Alright, OCT, I'm out this bitch. Thanks for listening, y'all. 1.